Techianna Digital, and I am back with another video, and today we are going to be roasting some of my early graphic design work. I have been literally designing since like MySpace days, going into Tumblr and then into Facebook, and even though I couldn't find a lot of the stuff that I did back then, and of course screenshots of like MySpace pages and stuff that I had done, I did find some of my early graphic design work going back to 2013-ish. So this is about to be so embarrassing, but I just want to show you guys that you do have to start somewhere, and we all just don't jump out the gate, you know, being good. I also want to note that I am a self-taught graphic designer. Like I said, I've been doing this for a while, just kind of playing around on my computer. So once I actually turned it into a career, I literally never looked back. So yes, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And if you're feeling like showing some love, you can shop my merch in the description box below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media. I would love to have you and see you guys over there. So let's hop right into it. All right, you guys, so here we go. So they're in a random order, and oh, this is gonna be bad. But like I said, we all have to start somewhere, so yes. This is one of the first few sets of business cards that I made, and oh my god, the glitter. Oh my god, the glitter, the extremely thin text. I know if I would have got these printed out that nobody would have been able to read them. Like, oh, it's just, it's not giving anything at all, honey. But when I first learned how to do this, I thought it was everything. And this is before I knew how to create glitter textures in Photoshop too. So yeah, I was finding like the low quality photos from like Pinterest and stuff like that. And it was just, I remember this is one of my favorites, honestly. This is when I first learned how to create like the diamond custom patterns, and I learned about like the bevel and emboss, and as you can see, I went a little crazy here with that and the sparkles, and needless to say, this would not work for a brand in 2022. But you know, when I posted these, it got me a lot of likes, and you know, I got a few clients. So a lot of people love this design too. But you know, back for the time that I put it out, this is probably like, oh god, I'm not even gonna say. Anyway, yes. This is when I did this. I found these photos on a stock photo website. I want to say Pexels. Um, and I really liked the model images. So the only thing that I had in my head was either like a poster or a magazine. So yeah, I went ahead and created like a full magazine with these photos. And actually this isn't bad at all. And I also clearly I found out about the lorem ipsum around this time as well too, because I used to think like sometimes when I would see it, I was like, what is this text for? And you know, it's literally just a dummy text, just a filler text. Because after all the design I did and the photo editing and stuff, the last thing I was gonna do was try to type up and think of like a whole article off the top of my head. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. But I like this one too. It says, I am the 7th letter of the alphabet, and it's like her carved into a G. Clearly I was going crazy when I found out about layer mask. So yes. If only y'all can see how my branding board looks now. Make sure y'all check the description box below to see my portfolio now, because it is nothing like this at all, like I promise you. Oh, but you could definitely tell my personal style at the time. Well, it's kind of still my style. Like, I like glitter, I like diamonds, I like sparkly things, and it's cute in real life, but not for logos. And just the highlight covers. The mood board is cute though. And then the fonts, I only put Lotto font. And yeah, that's literally just for those right there. And oh, my old Instagram name. That's Techianna. That's so cute. But now I'm Techianna Digital now. Definitely have upgraded since then. Oh, and I was working with Bougie Boss Boutique, and this shout out to her. Shout out to Ashley, because she was one of the first like actual boutiques that I actually started working with as far as like the clothing industry and doing graphic designs for them. So oh, I literally cringe when I look at this. You guys, like, Oh, the bevel and emboss on the edges, the shadows in between, the I embossed the more text right here. Like I felt like every design I did during this time, like I felt like I had to add dimension to it. Don't ask me why. And it looks so, this looks so bad. Like I'm so embarrassed that I did this, but she loved it at the time. She loved it, and honestly, as long as my customers liked it, my clients, then I was like, hey, I can rock with it. Here we go with this again, the glam house, and oh my god, y'all, look at these business cards. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're cute, but not for a business, especially not in 2022. Like, I just, and it's needless to say, I do not use the bevel and emboss tool hardly anymore in Photoshop. So I just had to put that out there, definitely. Oh, and then this is one of my favorites. This is one of my absolute favorite business cards designs that I did, and literally nobody cared. Nobody liked it. Nobody like got any, it didn't get any attention. It didn't do anything for me at all, but I just think it's just so cute. And I wanted it to look kind of like a Barbie, kind of like the Barbie box, how she comes in. Like I wanted it to look like that. So you see I made like the border and things. And I remember this taking me like hours to do because, you know, I was still kind of teaching myself Photoshop, and I used to use Photopea, which is like a web browser version of Photoshop. So it was not the Photoshop that we all use with Adobe for sure. But yeah, this one actually, I really like this one. Like I said, I do remember it took me a really long time, and it literally got no clout, no accolades, no likes, no anything. Literally nobody cared about the design, and it's still one of my favorite designs. So yes, moving on. Oh, this is back. This is another part of the magazine, and this is when I learned about layer masks as well. As you can see too, I like cropped out the word freaky behind her and I played with like some really cool filters and stuff in Photoshop. And then also this one, I'm the highest in the room. I was probably listening to Travis Scott at the time during when I made that. And again, this one isn't that old. This one is probably like a couple of years ago. I know this is one of my favorite designs, and the model that I used here, the stock photo model, she actually reposted it on her Instagram, which was really cool. So, you know, I felt seen, you know, I was really happy about that. I didn't think that, you know, when I tagged her, she was gonna even care or notice what she did. So I was happy. And then, oh my God, here we go again. And I remember seeing credit card business cards on Pinterest during this time, and I had to make one. I just had to make one. And I remember buying some diamond digital papers, and yeah, just going full force. Clearly overuse of the bevel and emboss around the edges. Somebody should have kept that tool away from me during that time, because oh my God, it's cute. It's cute. It's not that bad. Mm, it's okay. I wouldn't do anything like this now, of course. Definitely 100% not. Now this one I do like a little bit better. I feel like it's easier on the eyes, and this was a logo and branding that I created. And by the way, like during this time, most of the brands that I did, unless I mentioned that I worked with a client for them, most of these I just literally thought of in my head, got an idea, and just had to express it out through, you know, my creative outlet, which is Photoshop. So yes, this one is actually really cute. I like it, except for these random sparkles that do not go. But I like how you can read this a little better than the previous one. I definitely like that one better. So next, oh my God, this was when I first started putting my graphic design services out there, and I listed my work on Fiverr. This was my first Fiverr client, and y'all, I really wish that I had her before logo, because when I tell you she hated these logo designs, she hated them. Like, she tore me a new one when I sent her these designs because she said the colors that she wanted was gold and Tiffany blue. And so me, I'm like, okay, this is gold and Tiffany blue. The gold that she wanted was more like a yellowish type gradient. And I'm like, ma'am, I gave you actual like metallic gold. No, so I was definitely a little disappointed. It hurt my feelings, but not too much because I knew that the designs were like really, really good. So, yes. Oh, God. Okay, so now this is back, oh, 2013, you guys. This is when I had my own jewelry brand. So a lot of you may not know, this is not my first time at the rodeo when it comes to entrepreneurship. I literally started my first business right out of high school. I graduated 2012, and by 2013, I started my own jewelry business, and I was making body chains and nose chains and thigh chains and all that stuff before it was even like super popular like how it is now. And oh my God, you can tell I did the graphic designs for this, and I was so proud of myself. I thought this was so good for back then. Like, I thought this was just amazing. Like, I I thought this was just really, really, really good. And needless to say, I will not do anything like this again, ever, ever, ever. Shout out to all my models though. They were all super sweet, super beautiful, and they literally did what needed to be done to bring my brand to life. Maybe in the future I'll bring back Tomb Full of Gold, but you know, maybe. And this is Monchetti Activewear, and I loved working with this brand. And shout out to her as well. I can't remember this client's name, but I just remember she was so sweet, and she was just she loved it so much. And this was the first time I actually did branding and worked with the business where I was like, yeah, this is what branding looks like, you know? I can't 100% remember the inspiration for the brand, but I did know it was supposed to be oh God, what does like Muhammad Ali say? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, but like bees make honey, so it's supposed to be sweet. So Monchetti and then activewear, if I'm remembering correctly. If you see this video, I'm so sorry if I butchered it. I'm trying to remember it as best as I can, and I'm pretty sure that was the concept. But yes, I was very proud of this one. These are just like Instagram templates, and you know, thought they were really good, thought they were really cute. So yes, moving on, we have Charm House. This is when I was like in my groove when it came to like branding, especially for stuff like Instagram and things like that. I really like these. I like these still. Then I would just, if anything, change the fonts and use less glitter and, you know, make them look a little more different. But yeah, these were really cute for, you know, when she wants to post if she have hair in stock or if she wants to write something over it. So yeah, shout out to this client as well because she loved her logo as well, and that made me really happy because I worked really hard on her logo designs too. And now moving on. Oh, I remember this one for Artistic Beauty Bar. Oh, clearly Overload. Look how metallic it looks, you guys. Oh my God. Please do not abuse the bevel and emboss tool when learning or doing Photoshop. But if I recall correctly, I think she did want it to look more metallic gold. And at this time, I was so happy that I had finally like cracked the code on getting the gold to actually look gold. Like, I was here for it. Like, I was like, yes, like, come on, like, let's do it. But now I would not do this. Not at all. If anything, I would do, if I had to do gold in a design and the client really wants gold, I would normally suggest that they get gold foil printing on their business cards and thank you cards and things like that, because it just gives it another level of luxury that I really like better. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Lorena Hair. I know she changed her business name, so love, if you see this video, shout out to you because you were rocking with me so hard for back then, and I loved doing every design and every concept that you came to me with. And even though I would never do anything like this now, this still has a special place in my heart because I still think it's just so cute. Like And if you guys like at the time saw her branding and how she had her room set up and everything, you could kind of see it like in the background of like the wig here, how she had her wall painted with the brand colors and everything. It was just, it all made sense for that time and it all like went really, really well together. So I was very, very proud of it. Oh my God, here we go. Here we go again. Here, y'all, look at my business card. Oh my God. And this is a prime example of like how I like to do my brands now. I like to be conceptual rather than literal, meaning if I had to redo this brand now, I would use different elements to represent Tomb Full of Gold rather than actual Egyptian hieroglyphics and a photo of King Tut in the background and actual gold, you know, everywhere. Like, I would definitely make it more of a concept design instead of so literal because, oh, I literally hate when I see some designs and it's like, okay, like, we get it. We know that's what the brand is, you know? I feel like it should be like light elements that kind of just piece the brand together and, you know, make it pop. Even though I hate when people say that. Oh, I want my brand to pop. I literally hate when people say that. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh my God. Oh, we have more, you guys. I should have been stopped. I should have been stopped. Oh, shout out to my models because they rocked with the vibe for sure. Oh my God, you guys. I could kick myself in the ass. I can kick myself in the ass. But you know what? My first month working, once I actually presented myself as a professional graphic designer, my first month working from a Chromebook using Photopea, which is the web browser version of Photoshop, I made $1,000. And can you guys guess how much I had to work for that money? Look how cheap my packages were. Like, literally a logo design and 500 business cards for $60. Like, and I remember back then those business cards alone for 500 were like $50, and then plus shipping. Like, even though I made my money, I didn't quite see a lot in that much profit because, you know, I literally priced all of this so stupid. And you can see my old branding, the bevel and emboss. It's literally icky. It's so icky to me right now. And my deluxe package for $80, you get a logo, 500 business cards, story covers, 2 Instagram templates, and an e-flyer. 2-week turnaround, and of course a lot of them did take more than 2 weeks because I was definitely overworked, but I was so excited to finally be getting booked and noticed and things, and so I was happy. And I was not giving up. I was not stopping. I was gonna ride it till the wheels fell off. So yes. And then, oh, you guys, oh. I don't know who needs to hear this. If you're starting off as a graphic designer, please don't feel as guilty. I felt a sort of, I wouldn't say 100% guilt, but I just felt weird charging people you know, professional prices, knowing that I had just technically became a professional graphic designer. But I will literally down a bottle of sand on the beach before I ever charge $25 for a logo or $35 for a logo again. Like, y'all, please do not sell yourself short, because as soon as I raised my prices to $50, people still paid. I raised my prices to $75, people still paid. I raised my prices to $100 and beyond, and people still paid. So as long as you practice and really get good, my best advice is to start a really strong portfolio. And you could do just kind of like how I did, like think of business names or recreate brands and stuff like that. You are still gonna get booked because people are gonna see your talent and your creativity. But whatever you do, honey, don't charge $25 for a logo, because it's gonna bring a certain quality of people, and I'm gonna tell you right now, those are gonna be the people that every 5 minutes, hey, where's my logo? Hey, are you done? Hey, this, hey, that. And it's like, ma'am, you only paid $25, $30 for this logo. Like, calm down. It's not life-changing money that you're missing out on, you know? You will definitely attract a certain type of client when you charge like lower prices. So that is my only regret during this time. Ooh, this is another one of my favorites too because I learned how to do neon. And of course, I wouldn't do anything like this now, but oh, I learned how to do neon. I learned how to make the patterns look a lot better. And as you can see, I kind of calmed down on the bevel and emboss, but I can tell that I still embossed it just a little bit because it looks almost kind of like glue, how glue looks when you like write with it. But you know, I'm all about dimension and kind of lifting that logo up off of the screen. I guess you can say. So yes, this one definitely was a favorite. And then let's see, what else do I have? Oh God, this one too. This is when I was experimenting with square business cards, and this is like, I'm gonna skip it real. This is ugly. I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't do this for anybody. It's ugly. I don't like it. I feel like I use too many different font choices too. Like it doesn't look cohesive. It looks very sloppy. Like I don't like this. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but yeah, you know, it's practice. Lashed by Katie. This is when I, you know, start getting into making my graphic designs a little bit more creative as far as my logos and things. So I really like how this turned out. And even though I'm like over glitter now, I really love how this glitter logo turned out. And of course you see here as well, I did make the text a lot thicker. So if I would have got this printed, you would have been able to actually read it. So I think these cards are really cute. Would I make something like this today? Similar, but not so much glitter, because I know when you get glitter printed, like honestly, when you get it printed, it looks a little chalky on like cardstock. It of course isn't going to be reflective because it's not actual glitter, it's just a glitter, you know, texture. So it definitely a lot of times doesn't look like how it does like on the computer. So yes. And then here are the cards I made for the glam house, and I love the neon so much. I would definitely recreate something like this, just a more modern version. And actually I feel like this could be kind of almost interchangeable, just without the glitter, definitely. But I think it's really cute. I still think it's very cute. And then let's see, the last one that I have that I wanted to do. Oh, it's like color vomit. It's like a rainbow vomit. Oh my God, I can't believe I used to use this many colors. And now like I normally stick to no more than 4 to 5 colors in a brand. And when I do use a lot of colors in the logo, I only use up to 3 colors. And I like to tell my clients this all the time because they'll want, you know, 4 or 5 colors. And then when they get the logo, I only use 2 or 3 of them. And I'm like, yeah, because you don't want it to look overloaded. And you know, you can always go back and make your logos in different colors and variations. And then you have to consider like your branding as well too. Like if anything, if I had to change this, I would definitely have made this mostly pink and probably purple, and maybe blue, mostly. And then if for like the website, I would kind of incorporate more of the colors just to kind of stretch the colors thin across the branding. Like a lot of people think it's necessary to have all your brand colors in your logo, and that is 100% not true, because this is an example of how it looks when you use all the colors in your branding, you know, for like flyers and posters and promotional work and things like that. So yes. Ooh, this was so this was embarrassing, but you know, like I said, you guys can find my newer portfolios with all of my newer work down in the description box below, because I don't even want to claim this in my name because some of these are just so bad. Okay, guys, we are finally back, and thank you so much for rocking with me and watching me embarrass myself just a little, just a little. Hopefully you didn't see it too much on my face, but oh my god, I literally cringe when I go back and look at some of my older work. But thankfully, I'm grateful for it because the lessons, it taught me. I learned from my mistakes, I learned from my clients and things like that. And like I said, I'm completely self-taught with this. I've been on a computer like since like 4 or 5 years old, so it's very exciting to see kind of like my evolution into it, because especially when I was younger, I used to play on like Paint Shop, and there was another app. It was called like Microsoft something, and like I know there was like Paint Shop, and I think there was like another version of what it used to be Photoshop or something like that. I don't know. I just know you can make like collages on it and stuff. Like, I'm guarantee you, if I call my mom right now, she definitely knows, because I was taking up so much of her memory. I was making like greeting cards and posters, and this is when we got our first computer, so yes. All right, babies, so I am about to head out. Again, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next video, and if nobody has told you today, I love you. Bye.